Hi, this is Dr. Tanjanika Kwaskut, Dr. Tanji, the sex doctor. I am here answering a question from a very troubled follower, and the question goes, I caught my husband dressed up in my clothes and it freaked me out. What should I do? Well, first of all, do not shame him. Do not accuse him of anything. Just have a normal conversation with him. Do not freak out. There's a lot of men, believe it or not, out there who like to dress in women's clothing, and it has nothing to do with sexual orientation in many of them, or for many of them. They have maybe a fetish. They're cross-dressers, and they do it in secrecy because they do not trust that their loved one is going to support this habit or this preference. And therefore, it is something that causes them extreme anxiety and shame, and they usually do it in secrecy. Now, there's nothing to be concerned about. I know it's confusing. I know it is weird for a lot of people to find this out. My advice for people who have this strong desire to cross-dress and enjoy putting on the other person's clothes or maybe buy their own, to be forthcoming with their partners instead of keeping the secret and then having their partner kind of discover what's going on. This is very damaging to the relationship. Obviously, there's a breach of trust here, but the wow factor for the other person who catches their partner dressed up in their clothing, especially when this is a male. When it's a female, it's probably not necessarily perceived the same, but when it's a male and they're dressed up in fishnets and gowns and probably wigs, putting on makeup and those kinds of things, it just tends to freak out the women who are their partners. So have a conversation, sit down, ask, like, what is it about this that attracts you, that appeals to you? Is this something that you absolutely have to do? What concerns me most is that this person didn't have the trust to disclose to their partner. Therefore, it tells me that there's no full trust in the reaction or the support, again, that they would get from their partner. Many partners choose to end relationships over this, so I know the hesitation and I know why somebody would want to keep this secret. However, if this is such a strong aspect of who you are, of your identity, of your sexuality, if this is something that you absolutely must have and have to have, you deserve to have it, and you deserve to have a partner who will support it, and you deserve to have those open conversations even before you get into relationships like this, because I know after you have been entangled in all this, it's very hard to pull away some of those frustrations and a lot of that anger and pain and confusion that comes with discovering that your partner is a cross-dresser. I definitely advise to go and find a therapist, a sex therapist, a cognitive behavioral therapist, or counselor who is knowledgeable about these issues and topics. Not one that will add fuel to the fire and judge more, but somebody who is empathetic and who will be able to understand and support the couple in defining the relationship in the light of this new knowledge. But again, this is something that is very, very common. Some men just go and wear shoes that are female shoes. Some men just wear fishnets or stockings or pantyhose, and some men just want the full-blown whole female dressed up with makeup and wigs included. And this is something that is best to be understood than to be judged partially or judged in general, and to be shaming the other person for this behavior. So everybody have an open mind, have compassion. If you don't understand something, seek for sources that can support you through this process. That's my best piece of advice, but I see the points of both people involved, and I wish this couple a very, very happy ending. This is Dr. Tanjanika Kwaskut, the sex doctor. Visit my websites, texassexualhealth.com and drtanji, thesexdoctor.com. See you next time.